Here's more wrestling news for November 11th, 2025. Your headlines for this afternoon include Bryan Danielson reportedly got involved in Nixon Newell and Miranda Alize AEW situation. WWE makes a U-turn and agrees to pay for Ridge Holland's neck fusion surgery after controversial release. Ridge Holland breaks silence of emotional impact of GoFundMe controversy. Two former WWE champions involved in real backstage fight. Former WWF wrestler Ralph Mosca passes away at 55, wrestling world mourns. ECW legend Raven suffered major heart attack. El Paso officially declares November 18th as Eddie Guerrero Day, and more. The controversy surrounding Nixon Newell, formerly WWE's Tegan Nox, and Miranda Alize continues to spiral, with new backstage details shedding light on just how far-reaching the fallout from their AEW Collision walkout has become. According to a new Fightful Select report, several key AEW figures reached out to Newell and Alize following their November 9th Twitch livestream where they publicly addressed the situation. Among them was Bryan Danielson, who reportedly spoke to the pair privately. Sources claim Danielson was disappointed with how the walkout and subsequent match change were handled. The reaction inside AEW hasn't been much better. Multiple members of both the AEW and ROH women's locker rooms expressed frustration with the situation, saying they would have loved for even 3 minutes on Collision. That line directly referenced the duo's refusal to take part in the scheduled 3-minute tag match against Ty Mello and Anna Jay, which originally sparked the controversy. Fightful's report also notes that several in AEW believe the entire ordeal could have ended smoothly if Miranda Alize hadn't been so active on social media. Her posts about the internal situation reportedly drew unnecessary attention and amplified the issue, making reconciliation with AEW far less likely. Unfortunately for Newell, the consequences appear to be extending beyond AEW. The former WWE star, who has openly discussed her struggles finding steady work since her release, has reportedly drawn backlash from independent promotions as well. One company allegedly cut off talks after what were described as unrealistic asks from Newell, while another claimed she walked out of a scheduled surprise appearance, leaving both her tag partner and the promotion in a difficult position. What began as a short match dispute has now become a major professional setback. Between AEW's internal disappointment and independent promoters backing away, Nixon Newell's next move in wrestling is uncertain, and her future opportunities may now depend on how she chooses to respond to this growing fallout. Ridge Holland is finally breaking his silence on the controversy surrounding his now shut down GoFundMe campaign, one that quickly snowballed into online outrage and personal attacks. The fundraiser, initially launched to help Holland during his recovery from a serious neck injury, was reportedly created without his knowledge or approval. When it went public, Holland thanked fans for their overwhelming support, but made it clear he hadn't authorized the page. In his first statement, he said he intended to close the campaign, return the donations, and later donate the equivalent amount to charity once he was financially stable again. However, just hours later, Holland took to social media to clarify his stance. He explained that he would be using the money for now, but plans to donate once he is financially stable. He also emphasized that he isn't a scammer, as some had unfairly labeled him online. Speaking on Busted Open Radio, Holland opened up about how emotionally draining the entire situation had been. The former WWE star said the backlash hit him hard, especially being accused of exploiting fans when all he wanted was to get back on his feet. He explained that his frustration wasn't about the money, it was about how quickly public perception turned against him. He also revealed that his release came at one of the worst possible times. Holland said he was dealing with a severe neck injury, caring for his wife and 3 children, and struggling financially after a significant pay cut. Although he had some savings, they were depleted due to a significant pay cut, leaving him vulnerable when the release hit. During the same Busted Open Radio, Holland revealed that WWE is now covering the cost of his upcoming neck fusion surgery, despite releasing him while he was still injured and under medical care. The surgery itself is significant and will reportedly keep Holland sidelined until at least May 2026, marking a long and difficult recovery ahead. WWE's decision to continue funding his treatment adds an unexpected layer to the story, one that shows the company hasn't completely distanced itself from him despite the controversy. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Before they were WWE stars Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan once turned a training exercise at the Performance Center into a real backstage brawl, and Sonya Deville was right in the middle of it. During her appearance on CJ Perry's Identity Crisis podcast, Sonya shared a chaotic story from their early WWE days when a simple promo drill went completely off the rails. The exercise was meant to simulate a heated in-ring confrontation, but things took a sharp turn when tempers flared and the scripted aggression became all too real. We're doing it, and Naf and Aaliyah are on the side. I'm in the middle of the two of them, and they're doing it. Then I'm feeling like wind whizzed past my ear, and I'm like, yo, they're really throwing. That's when Sonya realized the tension wasn't for show anymore. I hear one of them say, what? And I'm like, wait, real? You could feel the intensity when they're no longer working. Mandy had Liv's hair. Gianna had Mandy's hair. They're screaming and swinging for the fences. The fight got so intense that most of the other trainees bolted, leaving Sonya alone trying to break it up. Naf's gone, Aaliyah's gone, Daniela's gone. They bounced, and I'm in the middle going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Eventually, a few of the male trainees had to jump in and separate the two, but even then, Mandy Rose got the last word. Mandy rolls out and says, you pulled my hair? And Gianna goes off. Then Mandy goes, at least my hair is real. According to Sonya, that line stuck. Mandy didn't have extensions back then, and she made sure Liv knew it. What followed was total chaos, forcing the coaches to stop class and give an immediate lecture on professionalism. It was the Tasmanian devil in the ring, total chaos. The coaches were freaking out. Sonya said it was awkward being caught in the middle since she was close with both women, but the whole ordeal was a reminder of how intense competition could get behind closed doors. Even before they became top names on the WWE roster, the hunger to stand out was already there, and in this case, it boiled over in a way nobody at the Performance Center would forget. The wrestling community is mourning the loss of a veteran performer in Ralph Mosca, who has passed away at the age of 55. A familiar name across the Northeast and Florida independent circuits, Mosca also competed under the ring name Ralph Lemieux and made several appearances for WWE, then WWF, in the early 1990s. Fans may best remember Mosca from his appearance opposite Kevin Nash during Nash's in-ring debut as Diesel in WWE, a moment that placed him in wrestling history books. Beyond that, Mosca carved out a long and steady career, becoming a regular in Florida-based promotions such as Florida Underground Wrestling (FUW), Full Impact Pro (FIP), and ACW. Over the years, Mosca developed a reputation as a mentor to younger wrestlers, often helping talent refine their craft on the independent scene. Unfortunately, he'd been dealing with ongoing health problems in recent years and had largely retired from active competition since 2014. As news of his passing broke, tributes poured in from friends, colleagues, and fans who remembered his kindness, humor, and love for the business. From all of us at Slat Rock Wrestling, we extend our deepest condolences to Ralph Mosca's family, friends, and fans during this difficult time. ECW legend Raven has revealed that he quietly went through a serious health scare that fans never knew about. During an appearance on the Click This podcast, the hardcore wrestling icon opened up about his current condition, admitting that he's been dealing with multiple health challenges, including a past heart attack he kept secret. Raven began by giving an update on his overall health, saying that while he's still managing, things haven't been easy. He revealed that he has a sleep disorder and has been living with early-onset Parkinson's for a decade. He went on to share that this was the first time he's publicly discussed some of his past health issues, including a heart attack that he never told fans about at the time. But I announced it publicly only because, when I had a heart attack, I never told anybody. I just kept, except my family and friends, you know what I mean? No, I mean, not with what I did, and I ate unhealthy for years. The wrestling veteran admitted that years of unhealthy habits likely contributed toward his current struggles, but he's staying focused on maintaining his health and moving forward. For a performer who spent decades punishing his body in ECW and beyond, it's a sobering reminder of what many wrestlers endure long after they leave the ring. Eddie Guerrero's hometown of El Paso, Texas is finally giving one of wrestling's greatest icons the recognition he deserves. The city has officially declared November 18, 2025 as Eddie Guerrero Day, a full-scale celebration honoring the late WWE Hall of Famer's life, legacy, and cultural impact. The event will begin at 9 a.m. at City Hall, 300 North Campbell Street, and fans are encouraged to show up in true Eddie fashion, wearing lucha masks, Latino heat shirts, or even dressed as their favorite wrestlers. For those who can't attend in person, the entire ceremony will stream live on the city's official YouTube channel. The city council is equally committed to ensuring Guerrero's legacy remains a permanent part of El Paso's identity. Council member Deanna Roca called on fans to be part of this milestone moment, saying, "Join us Tuesday as we honor Eddie's life, legacy, and impact. Viva la raza!" For El Paso, this isn't just about remembering a wrestling legend, it's about celebrating one of their own who transcended the sport and became a legend of Latino pride. Nearly 2 decades after his passing, Eddie Guerrero's presence still burns bright, and now his hometown is making sure that the flame never goes out. Will you be tuning in or showing up to celebrate Eddie Guerrero Day? And if El Paso builds that statue, where do you think it should stand? For all of our subscribers, don't miss the 9 a.m. Eastern video we dropped earlier today. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.